So if you go back to the video we did after the game between the Bills and the Broncos, one of the things I talked about, because obviously there's a call, highly controversial, and that call, a lot of people have their arguments on it, but I said to me it came down to one simple thing, and that is not that the call was right or wrong either way, but that the inconsistency in how plays like that are called is where the true frustration with this lies. That was my stance on it. And I think this play, and Bills fans are not happy about it, right? Shows you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's play this all the way through, right? We're going to play this and we'll stop it as we go. So Stafford obviously steps back to pass here, and he delivers a strike to Devontae Adams, right? So this is, I know it's a little blurry right now, but we'll show more. So this is a play right to Devontae Adams. When Devontae Adams gets this, right, he falls and the ball is ripped out. Now, if we slow this down and we look, okay, let's see. He catches it here, right? Or actually I should say, he catches it, and right here, it's being pulled out, right? I think you could even tell, like right here, the ball looks like it's pulled out. It's tough to tell exactly, but it looks like it's being pulled out right there. This was ruled a Devontae Adams catch. That was ruled a catch by Devontae Adams. And that is where I think I understand completely where Bills fans are absolutely frustrated. I understand people are saying that this is a different, like, well, he catches it and he takes the steps. That's not the argument here, though, right? Because remember, when Cooks goes up and he falls with the ball, right, and he has it for that split second being down and he's touched, that's supposed to mean that he's down. That's what that's supposed to mean, right? And you can't say, well, the guy ripped it out of his hand, because that's a different story, right? If the guy's like, people are saying, okay, if he caught the football and he fell and the ball left his hands, that would be incomplete. Yes, but the point is, he caught the ball, he's on the ground, and he gets touched. At that point, guess what? That is not an incomplete pass. That is a completed pass, right? So I understand the argument they're making of, okay, well, he wasn't down, the ball is getting ripped out. I think that could be the case, but you can't make the case that both of these two things are the same, or that both of these things are, different. These are the same. You just can't make the argument that if one is a catch by the rule, the other one isn't, right? Because I could see both arguments here. I could see this one being a catch, 100%, right? Because he's got it, his foot's down, then they rip the ball out, right? That's kind of where we're looking at here. But you can't say that with the other situation, because even though certainly this is more of your typical type of catch, the rule has to apply the same, right? The underlying rule that we're talking about has to apply the same. And so that's, I think, one of the more frustrating parts of this is that you just seemingly don't get the same, like if I'm a Bills fan, and as they are, if you go on Twitter or elsewhere, people are freaking out. I mean, we'll watch it one more time, right? I mean, people are just looking at this from the standpoint of insane. So that's a catch, right? There's no question. But that's the same catch we saw with Cooks. Now he's down, right? And that ball is getting ripped out as he's going. And it just, even though the other one is quicker, right? Even though it's tougher to see all the angles on that one, to me, they're both probably catches, right? Or if you think they're both picks, then they're both picks. But this one being a reception, the other one being a pick, to me doesn't make a whole ton of sense. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.